Welcome back to Workplace World. This is your host, BearX. This is episode 2, Buy-in, or Why You're the Only One Not on the Joke. Buy-in. That mysterious force that makes some people glow in the work environment and makes others, like you and me, feel like they just walked into a friend group chat they weren't invited to. Let's define it real quick so we can sound like we did research. Buy-in is an agreement with and commitment to a decision, plan, or system, especially one made by group or organization. Cool. Translation, you drank the Kool-Aid. You're one of them now. You laugh when they laugh. You go where they go. You're just not working the job. You're working the system. Part 1. Buy-in is everywhere. People act like buy-in is just in for the offices, but no. Buy-in is honestly everywhere. In retail, it's when the team all swears by this playlist of the music that's happening, or they all start jamming out to the same song, or everybody starts wearing the same shoes. You guys all start kind of matching, or when you guys start making codes and little side eyes when the regulars come into your store. If you don't know what the color code 13 means, guess what? You're not in. And restaurants, buying is when the front of house and back of house have inside jokes about the food. It's when you're that one server not invited to after hour margaritas, even though you did stay late and help them restock. And warehouses, buying is when the shift lead shares snacks and everyone knows not to mess with Tracy's cart. You touched it by accident. Now you're the new target for passive aggressive walkie-talkie shade. And the easiest form of buy-in anywhere is going to be sports. Sports is a buy-in cheat code. Doesn't matter what job it is. Once two workers start yelling about the Lakers, they're bonded for life. Talk about last night's game and boom, you're in. You're invited to the barbecues, you're invited to the fantasy league, you're invited to the brotherhood of we watch things together. Now, you don't watch sports, kind of like me, too bad. Now you're the one pretending to be off the side, just nodding your head or not even engaged on the topics that they're talking about because you're just not into it. Part 2. Buy-in equals likability, which equals opportunity. Here's the part that no one says out loud. Work is easier when you have buy-in. You get more grace, you get more freedom. You mess up, they laugh it off. You're a minute to 5 minutes late, don't worry about it, buddy. We got you covered. Meanwhile, you, like me, the hi, hello, do my job, and go home type. You're one minor email typo away, or you were here 2 minutes late. Everyone's on you, and you're getting side-eyed by 3 departments. Buy-in people, they're the first ones who kind of get thought of for promotions. Not always the best option, but they're the ones who are liked. They're remembered. They leave a vibe after meetings. You leave silence respectfully. Part 3, when you don't fit in. This one is going to be for me right now. If you're the one person who just doesn't click, it's just not it's not annoying, it's isolating. And what's worse, it's predictable. We've seen it in almost every show. Jerry from Parks and Rec, Toby from The Office, anyone who doesn't belong in the status quo. The one person who always becomes the easy target for easy jokes. Remember in the episode of Malcolm in the Middle when the family comes back and they notice their neighbors are throwing a block party without them? And Lois says, "These people need somebody to be mad at. Having us to hate gives the whole neighborhood something to bond over." Sometimes it's not even about you. It's about the fact that humans need a common enemy, and when they can't find one, they make one. In the workplace, that means someone always ends up being the outsider, and no matter how good your work is, it's not good enough to save you. Because we don't promote based on work ethic, we promote based on who people like. And buy-in, that's just like ability plus office politics times a fake laugh. Part 4, the unfairness. And the worst part, management never seems to notice. The people with the buy-in might spend 80% of the day talking about something, like what they were cooking or baking or how they're feeling, but somehow no one ever questions their productivity. I do. I'm like, why aren't they working like the rest of us? Meanwhile, you clock in, stay quiet, and do your job, submit ahead of deadlines, and still feel like you're one of the outside of the team. Cool. So what do? Do we fake the buy-in to survive? Do we join the fantasy football and force a chuckle at the Monday meeting jokes? Maybe. Or maybe we just, stay real. Because honestly, the people who don't have buy-in are often the people with integrity. The ones who work hard, stay consistent, and know who they are. Buy-in might open doors, but being true to yourself, that keeps your peace. Stay strong, loners. You're not alone. This episode was really for me because at the moment I'm in a work environment that I absolutely do not fit in. I don't belong. Every single day has been getting harder and harder to come into work. But I had to remind myself that sometimes humans naturally do this to find that one outsider just to pick on because it seems like I'm being picked on. But anyways, nobody was harmed in making this episode. Maybe me, but that's okay. I know how to recover. Um, Special thank to all the coworkers who pretend to like sports. I always give my coworker friends a shout out. I'm like, Dan, you're so good at faking this. Like, you kind of have to. And this is also brought to you by passive aggressive fridge notes everywhere and those passive aggressive notes that you see in those emails. Well, thank you so much for your time. This is Barrett signing off, and I hope you have a great day.